Welcome. All right, guys. Welcome to Healthy Living Global. Welcome to today's live streaming. This is Healthy Living Global YouTube live streaming. Healthy Living Global channel. I'm Health Educator Mike by name. Hope we are doing well today. Happy weekend to those within the country and those outside the country. Welcome to today's live streaming. All right, so I've come a long way in this health promotion journey. I've come a long way in creating of awareness, right, to see that people here live what a healthier life. So that is our goal, as our objective, and that's what we stand to achieve, right, as soon as possible. So welcome to today's live streaming. Um, if you have any question, today we are going to discuss on a recap on what we have been discussing on this channel before now. Just do a recap. So, and if you have any question so far, you can put it on the comment section so that it will be attended to. So, if you have any questions so far, we've discussed a lot of things on this channel, right? We discussed that of jaundice. We've discussed about um, even male infertility, female infertility, and that of immunization or vaccination, right? So we've discussed that extensively, right? And still look forward to those that are not um, didn't join in the live streaming, or you want to ask any question, to do well to ask the question and make sure you are part of this live streaming. All right, make sure that you are on the know. That's what we entertain in this live streaming channel, to make sure that all our viewers, all our subscribers are on the know. That is the goal of this live streaming. So thank you for being part of us. Thank you for joining us so far. Thank you for sharing our live streaming links, right, to people that want to join us as soon as possible. So believe that we are going to get there, where this particular live streaming channel will become very, very official. We are still working hand in hand with others, and also working from behind the scene to see that we bring this channel to the top, all right, where it will gain more visibility and more awareness will be created. Because the one thing we have come to understand, which is the things we discussed during our discussion in immunization, right? If we are able to educate this person, um, it will cut off the chain of disease transmission. If we educate you as an individual and you decided to work with what we have discussed and live a healthier life, of course, you have cut the chain of disease transmission. Because when the disease comes, right, it cannot get to you, talk more of you transferring it to someone else. So that chain of transmission will be broken by you if you are willing to do the things that you are asked to do in this channel. So you can actually do it. When we talk of chain of disease transmission, there is some people that are involved, or the the parts of the chain that constitute this chain of transmission, right? It can be both from the person that is harboring the disease or the person that it will be transmitted to or the agent that is involved and so on. So if you are talking about chain of disease transmission, we start the agents that are the whole parts the whole parts that are involved in this disease transmission, right? Number one is the host, the one harboring the disease, all right? Number two is route of exit, all right? Because if someone is harboring a disease and the person is maintaining personal cleanliness, all right, that disease will not see a way to transmit to another person. So the route of exit can be through the urine, through the saliva, through the feces, through bodily fluid and others. Like someone is having hepatitis B, if you are making sure that you curb anything that will lead to transmission of the disease, like using protection while having sex, or making sure that you don't sweat excessively by cleaning your body often, and also doing special screening when it comes to mother to child transmission, and taking your drug to reduce the viral load so that it cannot be transmitted to the baby and so on. You see that all those things will cut off the chain of transmission if you are able to take necessary actions to block the route of exit. Now, another thing that constitute the path of chain of the disease transmission is the agent involved. All right, who is the agent involved? The agent is it can be an insect, or um, it can be an insect like mosquito, right? It's an agent that transmit disease to from one person to the other. So all those things um, are things that happens, is part of what this chain of disease transmission. The next thing is the route of entry, all right, into the other person, right, the potential host, right, the route of entry, which route did it come into the body. If the person is not maintaining personal cleanliness or personal hygiene, not washing hand, he can contract this disease. And in case of that malaria, if someone are not using mosquito net as recommended, or you are not clearing around your area to make sure that all those grasses and even some stagnant water where mosquito breed, you didn't cut it off. Make sure it's not around your environment, all right, which is to say that through that it can come to you. So route of entry can be what, through the skin layer, through the blood and other thing getting into your body as an individual, which is number 4 of the chain. Number 5 of the chain is the susceptible host, right? Are you susceptible? When we say susceptible, I mean you can be able to get that particular disease. For instance, if you are not immunized against a particular disease, you are susceptible to it. When they come, you can get that disease. If hepatitis B, someone transmit it to you and you are vaccinated or hepatitis B, of course have cut the chain of transmission, so it cannot reach where you are. You are immunized, your immune system is strong. Right, there's some certain disease of which by strengthening your immune system, like taking balanced diet, diet rich in protein, that rich in green vegetable, fish, important nutrient, whole grains, right, nuts that help in boosting your immune system, right. Before you know it, there's some certain disease that will come. You just be All right, you just be scaring it away, tearing it away, all right, averting it anyhow you want it. Just you reverse it back, or before you know it, it won't be reaching where you are because your immune system is strong. You have taken what we call prevention measures. You have prevented it by immunization and by lifestyle. So that's what exactly happened. And the number five, sorry, this one this time around, number six of this disease transmission. We mentioned other this thing. Number six of in this disease transmission is the microorganisms itself, which is the disease itself, right? That is being transmitted. So if the disease is not in existence, it won't even be transmitted. So because the thing is in existence, it can be transmitted from one person to the other. So when it's not in existence, for instance, we know how the stories behind HIV and how it came, right? It's a very long story. So had it didn't come through that way, right? There's some diseases that just come, and before you know, it will start destroying the body, right? Or it will be it because due to one or two things, maybe lifestyle. For instance, let me just use a very practical example. Resistance strains of bacteria, right, is from abuse of antibacteria that led to the um, the origination of resistant strains, which is resistant version of bacteria, right? So that resistant version of bacteria, had it been there is no abuse of antibacteria, the resistant strain would have not been in existence. So that microorganisms is part of what chain of transmission, and if you want to cut it off from the chain, you take some certain actions to make sure you cut it off from the chain. So all those things are the things we need to reconsider, is things of which we need to look into as we are walking this journey of healthy living. All right, this particular journey is a journey that you need to try your possible best. I try my possible best. We see how we can destroy all the chain of transmission, all right? Because in this chain, once anyone is affected, of course, you see that the other one will be in fact it cannot be transmitted, all right? It will just be a story, it will remain where it is, all right, and it cannot be transmitted from one person to the other. So let us uphold these guidelines so as to make sure we prevent the disease transmission. You need to try and improve your health. I will improve my health, right? I will live healthier life because I'm not doing it for myself alone, but also for my community. Because if I contract disease, it will likely be transmitted to someone else, especially if it's very contagious disease. So that's how it is. To cut off the chain of transmission, you need to do your own part. And when you do your own part, it will cut off that transmission, and you see that everyone will be living what a healthier life, so that we can be able to achieve this goal of healthier life. So that's what we are doing in this particular channel. If anyone asks, have any question, anytime, any day, of free consultation, you just reach out to me 070-88-611-262, 070-88-611-262. So I'm always committed and available to speak to you guys, to attend to you guys. If there is any challenge as regards your health, I'm Health Educator Mike, um, and I'm here and available to guide you, right, so that you get exactly what you are looking for when it comes to your health. So every member of this health channel need to be aware. They need to know things that are expected to know. That's what we guarantee, that you have a healthier life, or you are living a healthier life. I have been saying this time without number. I said there is no how you can assure yourself or with confidence say that you are healthy if not that you have been diagnosed and discovered that most of or major um, sicknesses or illnesses that are very common around us, you stay negative. That when you can say, okay, I am healthy. That you go out and go about your activities for the day doesn't mean that you are completely healthy. So one or two things may have been wrong. All right, even the one that is capable of killing someone in days, you may have it in your system like BP. All right, when someone having severe hypertension, so all those things we is very dangerous, and we need to look into it and make sure we go for routine checkups. I think we have discussed that extensively. Silent killer diseases, which you mentioned, a lot of them: hypertension, that of hyperlipidemia, right, which is cholesterol. We've discussed that of kidney problem, liver problem, even osteoporosis. I will discuss that. We discuss a lot of them, all right, that um was able to, even hepatitis B, hepatitis C, all right, of which we discussed that they are silent killers. You may not know what's happening till it eats you up. All right, when it eats you up, you cannot be able to reverse it if it's discovered late. Even cancer, all right, is a very serious silent killer. All right, especially that of leukemia, cancer of the blood, is a silent killer that you must know about. And also you need to um, do routine checks, right? When you get something like to be treated as soon as possible and get the condition reversed, because failure to detect it earlier and treat it earlier, when it reaches stage 4, there's nothing you can do about it. Rather, palliative care and supportive care is the only thing needed to prolong the person's life and help the person within the period and alleviate the pain. So, but definitely, the immune system have been destroyed. Of course, all this cancer issue, even many procedures they use in treating cancer is also dangerous and deadly. All right, like that of chemotherapy, radiotherapy, all those things deals with your cells. It decreases immune system, right? Unless maybe this immunotherapy, all right, that what we are considering is going to help, all right, because there are still been many trials. Even in Nigeria, I've posted this. Even in Nigeria, they are trying it out, this immunotherapy, to see that um, they produce the one that will be working perfectly in Nigeria. Even machine that check for cancer is available in Nigeria. And this immunotherapy is given free for now in Nigeria because they are doing what we call clinical trials. So with these clinical trials, they are doing free treatment to make sure that they treat cancer patients. So if it is effective and is working confirmed, okay, you see that um, it will be more easier for us to fight cancer, just like as we're able to fight other diseases like cholera, tuberculosis, COVID-19. There are many, even Ebola. There are many sicknesses that have confronted Nigerians which we're able to overcome. Even some of them of which they are using it for some people are just using it for their personal gain, though the real ones are still the real record of it are still there, but still we have fought a lot of illness, even polio, that when polio was very common, but from the time they invented the polio vaccine, it have reduced drastically. Many we are seeing, right, before now, we have not been seeing it. We don't mean to have been seeing before now, we are not seeing it anymore these days. So due to biotechnology advancements that have been done in the healthcare system, the improvement that researchers have done, right? All those things is part of the effort to make sure that they maintain the public health so that people will regain their health. So in this channel, what we want to do, we're not going to push a blame on anyone. All right, recently there's a lot of controversies. Before you know, the those on naturopathics, all right, on even the herbal producers, they'll push the blame to medical doctors that they are giving you drug and they don't want you to get well so that they'll be benefiting from you. And those in the medical system, which is doctors, nurses, and so on, clinical, they will push blame to the herbal producers and say they are giving you drugs that you don't even know the dosage, you don't even know how it works, the side effects and everything, that those things can damage your system and so on. We push blame here, we push blame here. So it's actually important we all gather here and learn better as regards our health. Let us know the truth. And in this channel, we I will stand to be corrected, and I will welcome ideas, all right, that people bring so that with it we can evaluate. Let us get exactly the whole essence of this live streaming, and anything I have to do as far as health is concerned is to make sure that people live a healthier life. If at the end we discover, oh, herbal drugs works better perfectly with lesser side effects, I will be encouraging you guys on herbal drugs. But from my experience so far, even when the case become critical that herbal drugs cannot be of a help, even native doctor is being hospitalized at times in the health center, right? Even people promoting the herbal drug, that is a case that will become critical, they will still carry the person and come to the healthcare center. Even churches, they can pray for you, and if the case is getting out of hand, they can bring you to the healthcare center. All right, it's God that gave people wisdom to know things to use in producing all those drugs and how the thing will work and everything. So the research and also the grace of God so far. So let us not push blame on any side. Those in herbal drugs, those in medical treatment and therapeutics, all right, all of them, they are good. So we are going to come to an understanding where everyone will share their ideas. Let us understand what we are doing, all right. The whole essence of this is what health promotion. Behind the scene, a lot of things is going on. Even every day I try as much as possible. Let me see how we can be able to put us to be on the know. All right, let us just be aware of things happening around us. Let us not um, say we are not aware of this, or maybe giving of excuses. When we become aware, we can be able to know how to handle things or maintain our health or live a healthier life. So it left for you to sit up, it left for me to sit up. So this is a general advice I'm just giving for the day, for us to try and improve, cut off the chain of disease transmission, and make sure you are always part of us and sharing our live streaming link, right? And even our YouTube live streaming. We're going to get there. We're not backing down, right? We're not backing down. We're not giving up. We're not going on holiday. All right, we keep creating, we keep. It's left for you that are my viewers and subscribers to put your own effort in making sure that we reach where we are supposed to reach, right? Like sharing of the videos, it will go a long way in helping us to grow. And please take note, we stream every day by 10 a.m. irrespective of um whether we are here or not. Live streaming is going on. One or two person will still be around, and even if you didn't meet up, you can come later and watch our live streaming for the day. We stream every day by 10 a.m. on Sunday between 2 to 3 p.m. So I'm always committed and available to answer you guys, and I believe we are going to get there. We are going to get there someday. We are going to get there someday. All right, trust me, we are going to get there someday. So be part of our growth journey, and you see that you are within the period you are going to learn a lot. If you work with the things we are going to discuss here, your life will be improved, I bet you. So thank you guys, see you guys tomorrow by 10 a.m. for more health tips right on this channel. So we're going to discuss other things in this channel tomorrow by sorry, tomorrow is not going to be by 10 a.m. Tomorrow is Sunday, just between 12 to 3 p.m. in between. So, but our live streaming lasts maximum of 1 hour. So, subscribe and turn on notification. We are going to get a notification when we start. So, happy weekend once again to all Healthy Living Global family members. I remain Health Educator Mike, your health educator in this live streaming channel. Thank you and see you guys tomorrow.